Buongiorno, ladies and gentlemen. Je m'appelle Omniscient. That's my entire French. Red Zerg in the top left versus Nuggy, Blue Protoss in the bottom right. I'm actually starting to really like this map, whatever its name is, the HOTS map that's in here. And I really like it for some reason against Protoss. My ZVP is being stellar lately. But I'm starting to get into a mindset of I'm going to become really great at really fast roach timings. And that's what I've been focusing on when I was playing these last few games the other day. Excuse me, I got bad air. More gin. It's the good stuff. But with these roach timings, I'm trying to go for 2 base, +1 speed, roach timings. For shits and or giggles. He's got a pylon out front, so he's going to expand. Everybody does on this map. If somebody's blocking off up here, they're going to go for some sort of cheese. I almost never see... Oh, if you're Terran. Terran will block off up here because you can't control this size of ramp fast enough. Regardless, I'm going to send out a probe nice and early, because sometimes you can block a gateway-less expansion, which is super fun. Production tab. That way I can chat as much as I want. You know what's going on. So I have no idea what position this guy is in or how good he is or everything else. In comes the drone. Forge going down. Gateway going down. I was going to try to block stuff, but you know, whatever. Didn't see any hint of an expansion. Come in, check for any gases. No gases. It's sometimes dangerous running through the probe line if somebody's got a vendetta against one of your workers. There's the gas. I go for my expansion, and I know he's not going to attack me for a while, which, good and bad. I'm sure this guy could send like a zealot or something and be a little bit better. But he's more worried about me attacking him right off the bat. But the joke's on him. I'm not going to do that. Unit stab. I'm in the lead workers wise, but what you could expect. Till his chrono boost starts really kicking in on his probes, then he'll start catching up pretty fast. That seemed like a poor chrono boost, because he didn't actually fulfill it with another probe, which would have been spectacular. This guy must be really, really worried about getting cheesed. It'd been nice to see the 2-gate, because if he actually just started pumping out zealots, it probably would have worked out really, really well for him. And I haven't seen very many Protosses do that. If you're playing against Zerg, and you go and scout that he's going for a quick expand, if you send like 4 zealots, like chrono boost out a bunch of zealots, and all he's got is a spawning pool, you can kill almost infinity drones, like infinity -1 Zerglings, I mean. I'm gonna go for a quick gas because once again I want to go for speed +1 roaches, and I also means I gotta get my layer attack up. So he's got it walled up very well, lots of cannons. He's got a zealot out front. It's a nice. I like. He must have practiced this wall off. That's pretty nice and tight. With the cyber core there. He stopped getting gas. We never got gas. Oh, there he goes for gas. Hooray! Let's see if he double probes it this time. Okay, good. For me, when I play Protoss, it's just like probe, chrono boost, leave, and go on because it almost times up. It almost times out perfectly. I thought I saw something there, but I didn't because I'm drinking. Evo chamber for my +1. Queen's out. I'm going to spread some creep. Because I got to move with speed. Lots of zealots out. See, if he wouldn't have attacked with those, maybe he'll do something, you know? But he didn't. C'est la vie. 4 workers coming out for me. Units tab-wise. And... Workers. Anyways, I got a good lead on workers. Lair tech is just about halfway done. Over halfway done. Going down with another gas. Get my injects going. Drop that. Should be popping that out soon. Got the stuff to do it. Anyways, back to him. Finally putting down his expansion. That's really, really delayed. I guess this guy's been getting like cheesed a lot lately or something. He's actually building up a little bit of an army. Like, if he moved out with this, just to control what was going on, he probably would have done alright. I'm going to take the watchtower and everything else with just a couple of lings. That's so delayed. I figured I had a good lead on economy anyways. I don't know why. I just had the sixth sense that he was not going to pressure me soon. So I didn't build any attacking units but 2 Zerglings. Good amount of workers there. I need more here because I rallied to the front for whatever reason. Now it's time for production. I'm building 3 Overlords, actually in advance. You guys should be so proud of me. I'm not going to get supply blocked. +1. These things should time out pretty good with the Glial Reconstitution Speed McBonus Burger. A little bit of creep to give me a little bit of extra speed. Going down with another gas. These guys are coming in advance because they're so excited to mine gas for me. Another big pile of roaches. To this guy's credit, he over-defended most people at this point. I would expect this to be actually fairly saturated. This to be weaker. And, yeah. You know, that whole thing. So he's got 4 gates. Chrono boosting out is +1. Creep. How my roaches doing? Good pile of roaches. 6 more coming. +1 should be timed out pretty close with my speed. Because I gotta go kill some people. I still see nothing's coming out of this guy. Unless he was like mega sneaky and came out the back door and like all the way around. Which hasn't happened to me yet, which would be cool. I wouldn't be too sad about that. What I like about my Mega Roach play is that if I get up to 2 bases and really power out roaches... Does this guy have an observer yet? Cybercore? Cannon in here. Interesting. He's finally got his robotics, so no observer. I'm gonna knock down these walls, expand. Big pile of roaches. 7 more about to pop. And my +1 and speed is finished. His +1 should be finishing up by the time I get there. Roaches coming up the rear. Keeping up with my injects. Injecting. +2 attack going on the way. I got supply blocked again because that's what I do. I do see he's got a lot happening, so I'm going to get as close as possible so his force fields don't work. Now, when I see this, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to beat it. What I'm going to try to do, because I got these attacking units, I got to do something. I got to knock out a Cybercore, so he can't build any more of those units. Kill as many units as I can. I actually thought I was rallying these roaches to the front, but I wasn't. I target fired down a few stalkers, which is nice. I gotta keep my life bars on though, because I probably should have been able to take out that guy still as well. So I managed to kill off almost all of his army, knock down his front, kill his Cybercore, and units-wise, he's ahead on workers now. Crappy. I expected these guys to get rallied to the front, which they did not, so now I've got a big army that's not going to do anything for me. But I'm going to move them out anyways, just to see what's going on. He's got Blink. He's going to get himself some Immortals. He finally remembered that he's missing a Cybercore. Where is he building that? Over here. But he's got 5-gate Robo. And he keeps building out probes, which is nice. So I'm going to come to the front just to see what's going on. Just to see how hip it is in the front. I see the Immortals, so I'm going to back off. Immortals mean don't do it. So I'm going to go around and check for a third. Putting up another Evo chamber for more upgrades. My +2 is about to finish. My Evo chamber finishes, so I get +1 on the way for defense. Hydralisk. I thought that was Hydralisk range for a second, but it's not. And now I'm going to start droning up again. I figure he's not going to attack me for a while. Probably could be doing better creep spread at this point. But I'm actually keeping my resource spending pretty good. Look over here. Nothing going on. I'm going to knock down these rocks. This is a good and a bad decision because it helps him expand. But what I want to do is make him feel like I'm going to attack him soon. What I want him to not do is move out. Because I'm not in a position for him to move out. I'm just droning up massively. Infestation pit on the way. I don't want him to come attack me yet. Finally getting an observer out, which is nice. I do have some overlords in place here to see what's going on, which is pretty good. I've got a good amount of supply opening because I sacrificed a whole pile of shit on trying to kill the front. Putting down my spire, which is nice. Burrow tech. I always like getting the burrow tech. With my roach mastery, being able to revive them is pretty great. 9 hydralisks. If he does push out soon, I want to know and be able to actually go and put the heat down on this mofo. Where does Observer go? You know, whatever. Oh, it's just out in the front. He's not even seeing what's going on. Saturating it up okay. I'm not too sure what these guys are doing. Oh, they gotta get into gas, that's why. So units wise, I've got a lead on workers on 3 bases of my mining. It's okay, I could probably use a few more. Building 5 more, which is nice. Hey, I'm getting better with my workers, guys. Spire's almost done. +2, +1's almost done. Burrow's almost done. Supply blocked again, because I sent in... it died on a cannon too, by the way. I sent in an overlord just to see what he was doing. Saw the Twilight and some gateways, but I was looking to see if he had a robotics facility. I want to know if he's going Colossus. And that's why I've got up my spires, because what Protoss at Platinum League doesn't make Colossus? I mean, that's your GG machine. Anyways, good lead on my supply. That's what it's called. A couple more overlords just to max out my supply cap. Going up to hive tech. Pretty good saturation there. Great saturation there. And this is finally legitimate. Earlier in the game I probably could have used a few more, but with what I got in there, that's fine. Lots of hydras, lots of roaches. I'm almost at max supply. And I know he's tanking back here under all this stuff. I sent in a roach to see what was going on. So I know he's got his 3rd. I don't know how big his army is, but because he's got a 3rd, that means he's gonna go up to the Colossus. So I have to be able to deal with that. I can't go in and break this. I've just got to go in and actually not go in. I've got to expand and get ready to move into Broodlord tech. So here comes my corruptors. What are these guys at? 1, 2. These guys are at 0, 2. He's getting his +3 on the way. Thermal Lance. And he's moving up into his... what? Templar! I'm like, it's not Citadel. He's going to Templar Archives, which is cool. Getting some Storm out with my mass pile stuff is great. And a Dark Shrine. And he's behind, so well, of course Dark Shrine. I managed to just predict this. So I built some Spine Crawlers and a Spore at my major bases just for protection. Wasn't my unit size anyways. Yeah, I've got a pile of workers, so I just turn a bunch into, you know, crawlers and stuff because I don't have the supply to build any more units. Drink. A few of these bad boys go out into the middle. Cool. Anyways, I'm supply capped, so I'm not too sure how I'm going to move into Broodlord tech. Which I have, by the way. Oh, it's almost done, because I'm so cool. Couple of crawlers in the base, just for anybody doing warp shuttle? Warp prism, yes. Not playing any Brood War. So these guys are almost 0-3, so that's a pretty formidable army. Yeah, he probably could use a few more sentries against this, but with Hydra range, it helps out a lot. My +3, +2 should be done here soon. He's got Storm on the way, which is great. Now I'm going to start making some Broodlords. But I realize I'm totally supply capped, so what I'm going to do is sacrifice a few things. He sees this. But what I want to do is free up some supply to make more Broodlords. Because I've got +1 attack going on there now. I probably should have made a 2nd Spire. But I've actually kept my bank really low again. You guys should be so proud of me. It'd have been nice to kill this before his +3 finished. His army takes the long way around. So I kill this off. I see his army coming around. More warpins of stuff. He's got cannons everywhere because this is... his base is apparently a single-player campaign mission. Run to the back and burrow. It's kind of cute, hey? Does he even notice that? He had an observer around here somewhere. He builds a pylon. Fantastic. So that freed me up some supply to make more broodlords, which is fantastic, and then get maxed out again. Upgrades are going to finish up soon. More workers moving over to here. So units wise, I played a lot of my supply off into more units because I want a really kick-ass army. I don't have as big of a bank as I probably would like, as I'm about to go trade a whole bunch of junk. What can you do? So I maxed. He's not quite maxed yet with all of his empty supply and money. I don't know what he's waiting for. So I don't know if he's got Colossus yet, so I'm going to go in and test the waters. Move in, back off, get the concave I want. And we'll see how quickly his stuff melts. Broodlords in the back, which is nice. Obviously, his immortals are going to do tons of damage. I shot down one of my own roaches because he was a jerk. I don't have burrow movement, so that wasn't necessarily a smart move. Plus 2 armor is about to finish, another 15 roaches coming out. Got my whole army here, and now we're just going to see what we can do. He's double producing Colossus right now. Slightly delayed. So I'm pulling back to regroup. Waiting for more units to come in. And my corruptors that I kept alive just mow through these Colossus. They've got no upgrades to defense, so they go down really fast. Third base goes down. Nice overlap with the force field, so they're less effective. These guys are just shooting at junk, so that's not really effective at all. And this is pretty well finished. And he GG's out. I feel so happy with this game because it's one of the first late game StarCraft versus Protoss wins that I've had. Most of them are like mid game, like come in here with the roaches and kill, defeat his army somewhere and win. But actually moving into Broodlord tech with all the upgrades and taking out all the Colossus, I actually was pretty proud of myself on that one. He might not have been a really great competitor, but I feel like I'm getting better. That's the important thing, guys. Keep improving. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later.